Welcome to John S.'s Sports Channel, where we do everything Championship, League One, and even running. And we're now doing League Two because of the all of these international games. So we're going to be keeping our eye on the League Two games. Look at them all there, and we're starting to get a few on that app. We will start with I'm gonna go through the I'm gonna go through the League One teams because that's the main ones that we do. If anybody does join in, then do tell me who you support, and we can go through your teams. So nobody in at the minute. The idea is if nobody turns up by half time, I'll just cut the live and we'll go somewhere else, and I shall watch it on the on my own in the other room. I do apologise for the cough. I did have meningitis when I was 40. Dear Lord, and I've got 1.5 lungs, so it is really annoying. I do understand. It's a little bit worse today. I think when it gets damp, I tend to get a little bit poor. Anyway, Crawley versus Shrewsbury. Crawley, we have Truman in goal, Malarkey, Barker, and Flint in defence. We have a four across the midfield: Quiterma, Ibrahim, Williams, and Forster. Then we have Hepburn, Murphy, and Darcy supporting Will Swan. So 3-4-2-1. Shrewsbury, we have Savin in goal. We have a back three, or is it same? Oh no, two up front instead. Savin in goal, Feeney and Sala and Feeney. No grief. In defence, we have a 4 across midfield of Gilled, Rossiter, Ojo, and Benning. And instead of a 2 and a 1 up front, these have a 1 and a 2, which is Castledine in the 10th position, and then John Marquis and George Lloyd up front. So interesting little change there. They're trying to direct everything. Crawley are trying to direct everything to one player, trying to get that in there, and then perhaps having the wing sides to go down the side and pull in. Whereas Shrewsbury are trying to definitely get sort of 2 lines of feeding, one to John Marquis, one to George Lloyd, and trying the double action. But we'll see which one works there. I'm not quite sure because I know Crawley can play well and they can turn up, especially at home. Let's see if they do. Peterborough versus Rotherham. Let's see what Peterborough are doing. Peterborough have Steer at the back. They have a back 4 of Donnelly, Fernandez, Wallin, and Sparks. Good defence there. Staggered mid of Poku, Brady, Randall, Haviland, and Mothersill. Really good midfield. And up front they have Jade Jones. Let's see what Rotherham have gone with. They've gone with Cameron Dawson. Did a really good job the last time he was in. Rafferty, Humphreys, McCart, and Reece James at the back. We have a midfield of Adofin, Tehi, and Powell, and Wilkes, Clark Harris, and Nombe up front. If that is a 4-3-3, then they've got Wilkes on the wing. That's where he actually does his best work rather than down the middle, and he's been putting him in the middle and it hasn't been working, so that might be quite good. So what time are we on? We're at 4:53. We'll probably go through one or two of the League Two. Of course, we had Chesterfield 2, Notts County 2 yesterday. Wimbledon versus Carlisle. Why don't we do that? Wimbledon versus Carlisle. Anybody in? No. Wimbledon. Goodman at the back. Agundia, Ball, and Harbottle. Midfield 5. Wow, they're trying to control midfield, aren't they? Nuffield, Maycock, Smith, Hippolyte and Tilly. And then up front they've got Buggill and Stevens. Carlisle have Lewis in goal. They have Lavelle, Brady, Mellish. Midfield of Davis, Neal, Biggins and Harper. Vella, Wyke and Sardi up front. So what we've got, a 3-5-2 versus a sort of 3-4-3. We shall see. Let's see with that one. Don't know on that. Not up enough on the League Two players, to be quite honest. Barrow versus Morecambe. Barrow are going 4-2-3-1. Stanway with Feely, Vassell, Stokes and Jackson. Staggered mid of Kuyate, Foley, Spence, Campbell and Newby. And Gerard Garner up front. Morecambe have Moore at the back. 3-4-1-2. Williams, Stott and Tutonda with mid four of Hendry, White, Jones and Lewis, and then a number 10 of Lewis with Tollett and Dackers up front. So yeah, quite looks like Barrow are trying more the wing round the side and over the top. Cheltenham, anybody in? Nobody in yet. Cheltenham and Swindon. Let's go to Cheltenham and Swindon. Why not? Cheltenham with Evans in goal. Stubbs, Bennett and Bradbury. Mid five of Kinsella, Young, Pett, Archer, Shipley. Up front, Bowman and Norcutt. Swindon with Barden at the back. Sabawale, Wright and Frecklington in the defence, and then mid five of McGregor, Afobor, Kilkenny, Ollie Clark and Georgie Cox, and then up front Butterworth and Glatzel. And we'll just do the Doncaster. We'll do that one's postponed. I copied, so I need to remove the Walsall and the Fleetwood one, don't I? We'll do the Doncaster one, and I'll remove those two that are postponed. Doncaster, Sharman Low with Sterry, Oluwu, McGrath, Fleming, staggered mid of Molyneux, Bailey, Clifton, Broadbent and Gibson, and Billy Sharp up front. Wow. In Crewe we have Marshall at the back with Connolly, Dimitriou, Williams, and then mid four of Cooney, Sanders, Breckin and Conway, and then we've got Tabiner and Holycheck supporting Tracy up front. So we'll see there. So I need to just I will scroll that, but I actually need to change it because I didn't realise the Fleetwood game and the Walsall game are not on, so we'll delete the Walsall game and we shall delete the other one that's postponed, the Fleetwood. That's a pity. Our friend there who supports Fleetwood, he'll be there. We got Fleetwood. Take the Fleetwood one off. Fleetwood and Colchester, and we shall transition that across, and we shall be starting soon. So we are going to be going through. We've gone through as many as we could fit in, mainly because I knew there wasn't going to be many people on. I'm not I think a lot of people, when they look at me, think, oh, hang on, he's not even he's not even a League Two fan. You know, he supports Rotherham, for God's sake. You know, he doesn't even football. But we are going to go through them both. I enjoy doing it. You know, I thought I might as well bring on League Two and we can have a look through that as well. But at the minute, it's annoying because I have no live feed. I usually get my live feed from Bet365. Bet365 is really good. Unfortunately, we don't have any sound today. So Crawley and Shrewsbury have now kicked off. Crawley to Flint in the far side. Swan. Oh, Crawley goes straight into the attack. Crawley who had a shot, and it's literally 20 seconds in, and Crawley gone straight to the other end and had an attack. So that's Crawley on the offensive straight away. And Shrewsbury are thinking, shit, they've started quite quick. So we are started off there. Go out and we'll go try some of the others. Let's have a look at the Rotherham game. It's Peterborough-Rotherham. Can Rotherham get 2 wins in away from home on the bounce after not having a win away from home for almost 2 years? 693 days to be exact between their two away wins. Oh, and Rotherham are offside. So Rotherham are starting fairly well. Peterborough have had three attacks already. Now that's quite. So Peterborough have already had 3 attacks in 100 seconds, which is a little bit disconcerting, to say the least. So Haviland now for Peterborough in midfield. Trying to play it in midfield at the minute. They're just keeping the ball. Peterborough definitely just keeping that ball. Fernandez up the right hand side to Don Leong. McCart kicks it out. Really, if you're going to do it, don't kick it out right next to the box, but he has done. Peterborough will throw in on their right hand side, right next to the box. Short to Donnelly, back to Poku. Poku is the joint top leading scorer in the championship. Rafferty grabs that one from the Peterborough attack. Price playing it forward 1-2. Price playing it forward, but Walling grabs it before Christ. No, Christ gets it. So Christ he gets it, and he I think he's fouled in that. So it'll be a Rotherham free kick. So we are 2 minutes in, and Rotherham are looking like they are on the back foot already. So as de Havilland now takes it with for Peterborough, up to Poku in his own half. Back to Steer. They've played it back to the goalie. Steer now for. Gives it to de Havilland for Peterborough. Back to Steer. Brady, Walling. We're sort of playing it around the back. Back to Steer. Kicks it forward, but McCart kicks it back out. Peterborough kick it back in. McCart gets it back. Plays it back this time to Dawson. Dawson can try and build it forward. Dawson now. Oh, tries threading it through, but de Havilland there is easily on there to push it forward, and Poku's in the box. Poku now, it's cleared out, and it's a Peterborough throw in right by the corner flag. Peterborough now on the front foot. We already got a yellow card in here. I don't believe that. We'll look on something else. It looks like Rotherham's got a yellow card. Let's have a look at that. So back into this app, and I go into Peterborough Rotherham. I'll go to the lineups. If it is, it's not on that one. So Rotherham have a throw in their own half on the left hand side. Rotherham can try and put. Oh, that's a dreadful ball there. Randall grabs that in the centre circle. And the bad ball goes out for a Rotherham throw in. Oh no, that gets intercepted. Back to Steer in the goal for Peterborough. Out to Brady. Sparks on the left hand side for Peterborough. Mothersill now playing it on the left. Crosses to the right. Poku in the middle. Brady. Haviland. Not much in it at the minute. A little bit more Peterborough than anyone else. Let's go out and let's just leave that game to its own accord, because no idea how that one's going to turn out. We've just checked. And we have a goal. We have a goal in League Two. It's at Salford. Let me change that. So Salford now. It's now Salford 0, Grimsby 1, and I've got that one covered. Grimsby 1, and Grimsby are the first team to score in our watch along. So we'll just do that. At the minute, we are come out of that particular game. So we are in League 1, in League 2. So Tranmere versus Bradford. Let's have a look at Tranmere versus Bradford game. Tranmere are playing up the left-hand side with O'Connor. Patrick. Bradshaw. Morris. A real close-knit group in that corner, obviously. Morris. Oh, gets kicked out. But it comes up, yeah. Only as far as O'Connor. The throw in, it went straight to O'Connor. That wasn't very good by Bradford, was it? Tranmere on that left hand side, looks like they've got a free kick on that on the left hand side. Half right in the halfway line. Oh, back to Turnbull, but nearly got intercepted by Bradford. Again, you give the Bradford City player, they really are not wanting to give up without a tackle. Ball crosses it in, but Shepherd grabs that one. So Shepherd has that one in the goal, in the net. And Bradford can build from the back. And Bradford are building from the back. So, taking his jolly time to do anything with that one. So, up to Ben on the left hand side. Oh, he gets out. Bradford now. Oh, short pass, short throw in, but it just wasn't good enough, and it went straight to O'Connor, who's up for 82% possession to Tranmere. It seems as soon as Bradford get it, they lose it. At the minute, Tranmere are definitely on the front foot there. And we have another goal in League 2. Well, League 2's doing us a little bit of something to talk about as we wait for perhaps one or two people. We usually get one or two in at some point. Wimbledon now have scored. It's Wimbledon 1, Carlisle 0. Put that one in. So Wimbledon are now 1 up at home. Grimsby are 1-0 away at Salford. So Grimsby get the first goal, Wimbledon get the second. Let's go to let's go to Doncaster. Let's go Doncaster. Donny Rovers. And Doncaster are in the ascendancy. They're Bailey. They've just been in attack, passed it back. Brecking. Oh, Brecking grabs that. His runs is doing a break. He's catching Doncaster on a break, but Fleming intercepts him and makes sure he doesn't get any further and slows the pace up. But Brecking comes back with him and grabs it back, but Gibson gets it back from him. You've got to keep the ball a lot longer than this, both of you. It's like ping pong ball. Doncaster get it, then Crewe get it back from them, then Crewe get it, and Doncaster get it back. It's now with Crewe. Back to Marshall. Kicks it forward, but Donny get it. That was a long ball wasted there. Donny kick it out eventually to give it to Crewe on the halfway line, their left-hand side. And Crewe will try and... Now let's have a look at the stats, shall we? The stats at the minute. 70% possession to Donny. Donny Rovers certainly slightly ahead. Let's have a look at the goal. Oh, actually, chances. 4 chances already to Doncaster. 2 on target, no goals. 2 on target for Crewe, no goals. And we're only 11 minutes in, so that's like 6 chances, 2 on target. Wow. Oh, another one there. And this time it's Crewe, and Crewe get a shot, but it's off target. Bounces off the defender and comes back out as far as Connolly eventually. Breckin's doing a lot of work here for Crewe. Breckin. I wonder if his dad's John Breckin from the ex-Rotherham player. Gibson now for Doncaster. Oluwu. Sterry for Doncaster, and Doncaster will try and break up the right hand side, perhaps. No, they go across to the middle and across to the left for McGrath. McGrath can try and build up the left, perhaps. No, we're gonna come back to the middle again. At least they're keeping the ball, which they weren't doing a minute ago. McGrath, hello, McGrath. We're still keeping in midfield. Bailey. We didn't have a triangle. Oh, Broadhurst, Sterry up the right hand side. Needs to get further than that to do a cross. He has done. Sterry, no, he gets taken out, and it's no, it's okay. It's Crewe now have the ball in their own defensive area. Conway, Doncaster just kick it out, give them a throw in, but Broadbent gets that, intercepts that throw. And Doncaster are slightly ahead, I think, on you look at the shots and the chances there. Go back into League One and have a quick check. We go Barrow Morecambe. Let's go Barrow Morecambe. Barrow with a goal kick now. 67% possession to Barrow. 1 shot. 33% possession to Morecambe. 2 shots, 1 on goal. Now, if you carry on like this, then Morecambe are going to have a third of the play and win the match. So Vassell passes it to Feely for Barrow. Back to Stanway, just outside the penalty area. And Stanway can be it to Barrow. Yes, okay. Newbie. Stuck grabs that, kicks it out. Run as far as Feely. Feely for Barrow kicks it back in, and Dackers can bring it forward for Morecambe. Morecambe now seeing what they can do. Campbell grabs it from him. There's not very, trying to keep the ball in this division seems to be quite difficult. Every game I've been through seems like, no, it's gone to the side. No, I think it's gone back. He's just gone from Barrow to Morecambe there. Tollett now for Morecambe. passes it across to midfield. Staying in midfield at the minute. Oh, Garner intercepts, and Barrow can come forward. No, they go backwards to Stokes. Vassell. Now, there's a little bit of a worry here that they just seem to be getting as far as midfield. Both of these teams seem to be get halfway, and then they just can't get further. If I say that, perhaps one of them will get further. I feel he does, because it's Foley, Garner, Foley, Feely. Crikey, this is like one of those, Feely, that was a lad, a dwarf, wasn't it? In the Rings. Garner. Oh, Barrow push it forward, but it's offside. So Barrow is sort of a little bit more in it than. We've had an equaliser at Salford already, and the game that gave us our first goal is now giving us our second. So we go down, we go Salford are now Salford 1, Grimsby 1. So we have 2 games with goals. Salford 1, Grimsby 1, Wimbledon 1, Carlisle 0. We'll go to Peterborough, seeing as nobody's on. Apart from me, I'm on one of the other cameras, but never mind. Randall for Peterborough in the corner. The question is, will he be able to cross it? Knowing our side, he probably will. Oh, and he does, and Odoffin kicks. Oh, no. What have we done? Peterborough goal, and it's Peterborough 1, Rotherham 0. Across there from, I said, what could he do it? And he has. It's Odoffin scuppered that one, and it goes in the net for Peterborough 1, Rotherham 0. And we have got our first goal in the Championship. So we come away from that. What's the stats on that? 83% possession to Peterborough. 17 to Rotherham. We hardly even look at the ball according to that one. Peterborough 1, Rotherham 0 on 17 minutes. We'll go Crawley versus Shrewsbury then. Look at the stats. Crawley are 59% possession, 5 shots, 1 on target. But you see, Shrewsbury 1 shot, 1 on target, with just 41% possession. Not too bad. So although they've only had 1 shot, it's on target. So hey, they've both had 1 on target, which is equally as good, really. Could be 1-1, could be 1-0 either way. Like I say, the ones that don't go on target, you can't really count, because hey, they didn't even hit the target. They're not going to get in the back of the net. Ojo for Shrewsbury. Free kick, I think, for Shrewsbury. Taking his old jolly time, taking too long to take it. Go away. I'll go somewhere else. We will let's go to Cheltenham Swindon. We'll keep going down the League 2 ones. Cheltenham with it's exactly 50-50 here. 50% to Cheltenham, 50% to Swindon. However, Cheltenham have been in the Swindon area 12 times, and Swindon have been in Cheltenham area 2 times. So no shots on goal, no shots at goal. In fact, they don't seem to really be able to get that box, the ball into the box. Swindon managed to, and Butterworth runs, gets tackled, but it sort of comes back to him. And he passes it, shoots Aberoff. But it's off target. It bounces off a defender and he kicks it out to Norket. Norket for Cheltenham can build that one out. And what's happened? Oh, goal. We must go back. We've now got a Rotherham goal. So we now have let's just go back and make sure we've got this right, because we've gone straight to the other end now. Rotherham, with 17% possession, have managed to score through Nombe, and it's now Rotherham. No, we're not at home. What the hell? It's now Peterborough 1, Rotherham 1. Nombe. Let's see the timings of that. That's we haven't got a time on that one yet. But let's have a look. Since nobody's in, let's have a look at the timeline. It's 19 minutes, so 2 minutes that lead the last. Dornelly for 17 minutes. Nombe for Rotherham on 19 minutes. And that one is now 1-1. Grimsby. Yes, I said Grimsby. We'll go. Grimsby are now 1-1 at home to Salford. So actually, 2 of the games that have scores are now 1-1. The only other one is Wimbledon 1, Carlisle 0. We've been to Barrow, we've been to Cheltenham, we've been to Doncaster, but something's happening there because the odds have been taken away. But no, nothing much. It's still Crewe pass it forward down the right hand side, but Sharman Lowe grabs that one and he can try and play. Belts it into the other end. Crewe belt it back, and Doncaster this time try playing it forward. Goes to Bailey, and Oluwu seems to be being kept in the game quite well. They're 29 minutes at Doncaster, and Doncaster are just about keeping up there. We had Gillingham versus Accrington. We had Gillingham. At the minute, who's in the ascendancy? 60% possession to Gillingham. 2 shots, 1 on target. Accrington, 41% possession, 1 shot not on target. And Accrington, Stanley have a throw-in on the left-hand side. And Accrington need to do something about this. Let's have a look at the table. Gillingham obviously first, Accrington in 22nd. Yeah, they really do need to do something. Accrington they wouldn't be the favourites at this, but if they can get one of those shots on target, then they'd be okay. 1 shot at the minute, not on target. Whereas Gillingham have at least had 2 shots, 1 on target. So a throw in down the line, but Gillingham grabbed that one, cross it straight from their right to their left. Clark on the left hand side pushes it down, but Aljofree pass it to Crenlin. Keeley, lose it to Little right on the left, but Wally gets it back, kicks it out. Only as far as Coleman on the left for Gillingham. Clark, Oggy, oi. Back to Clark, back to Morris, and Gillingham seem to be playing it nice and steady. They're just gently playing it from left to right. It's left at the minute down with Clark, Little. You can see why they've got the majority of play. But as soon as they push it forward, and Aljofree grabs it. Wiley grabs it off and gives it to Hutton. Hutton in the box. Can he there? Can he pull it back? No, he pulls it back. Wiley off target and bounces out to Nolan eventually. Nolan now, he's going to try and run it back in, but he runs it down the right hand side to Hutton. Hutton now, can he cross the ball? We've got another goal. We've got another goal at Rotherham for Peterborough. And it's Aljofree going to kick that one out. It's going mad at Peterborough. It's now Peterborough 1, Rotherham United 2, and can we, with 17% possession, actually see a Rotherham win, perhaps? Put that one on there, and we are now in the firing line. So, that's Wilkes has now scored. Wilkes, 23 minutes. You see, they put Wilkes in the correct area. They've actually put him where he should be. And so that's 2-1 up for Rotherham. Look at the others. Oh, because Kosovo's just scored. Right, okay. Harrogate versus Newport County, as Harrogate are on the attack. 42% possession to Harrogate, 58 to Newport County. And I just wanted to check a few things there. We are on. So, one shot each, neither of them on target. Clark to Jameson for Newport County. Newport now playing it along the back line. And they tried threading it through, but Harrogate snuffed that one out immediately. It seems to be a little bit, I'm not going to let you past halfway, but Harrogate managed to get into the Newport half and right into that right-hand corner, but at the end of the day, they get blocked out and it gets pulled back, but only as far. Lost it again to Moene for Newport County. And Newport County can try and build this one. I'll build it from the back. Newport now with a throw in from their right hand side, just before halfway. Donny. Newport County again. Down the right hand side with Clark. Newport County now starting to just come back into this, and I think if you look at the stats, 57% to Newport County. I think it seems to be sort of flowing one way, then one way, then the other. Yeah, a little bit sort of side to side here, and little bits of play from one side and play from the other. With at the minute, it's with Newport County on their right with Clark. Put that in there so that people can see me. I think at the minute we're just getting a little bit bogged down. Let's give YouTube something to put me in here with. And hopefully that will be enough to get some people in here. Play the system. Oh, Newport County. Cross it, and Moon kicks it out for Newport County, and but only as far as when it gives it to Sims, where Sims kicks it out. Newport County have a decent throw in here on their left hand side. Newport County now trying to push this pressure. They've just got the edge now over Harrogate, and let's see where they are in the league. Newport County having the edge at the minute. And Newport are 11th. Harrogate are in 17th at the minute. It's not too dissimilar, but Harrogate grabbed that one and managed to get a throw in on their right hand side. And Harrogate can try and build from the back. And we have Harrogate. You're going to take the throw in. We'll wait and see where the throw in goes, because it's like if they lose it, it's in quite a dangerous position. So we want to see what Harrogate do with it, because we know that they can play well. Yeah, not. Down the line and straight across, and that was a good chance. That by with the looks of it, by Harrogate. That was a good bit of play. Throw in down the line, straight across. There was no waiting at all. That was actually quite an impress. That was quite impressive. That was quite quick. And we've got a goal at Crawley. We've got a goal at Crawley Town. Crawley Town. We've got goals in both our both our League One sides. So we now have. Oops! I think I've just gone and put that in the wrong place. Ha ha ha! Oh dear Lord! It's Crawley 0. Yeah, I have done. Crawley 0. Shrewsbury 1. I don't want to tell you the wrong information. Fancy telling you it's Crawley. It's Crawley 0, for heaven's sake. Crawley 0, Shrewsbury 1, Peterborough 1, Rotherham 2. It's still Wimbledon 1, Carlisle 0. I'm going mad here. Cheltenham, Swindon. We have a goal at Cheltenham, and it's gone the way of the visitors. It's Cheltenham 0, Swindon 1. Now we try and find Swindon for you, and I'll just give them the tick and give them the 1, and then transfer it for you. That's our first goal in the Cheltenham game. We've still got no odds for the Doncaster game, which is really strange, because they usually only take the odds off if there's something happening. And we have a goal at Tranmere. We have a goal in Tranmere. And it's gone again the way of the visitors. The visitors seem to be doing quite a lot of work today, don't they? It's Tranmere 0, Bradford City 1. And my nose keeps itching, really annoying. I imagine if anybody was in, they'd be thinking the same thing. We've been to there, we've been to Doncaster, Did we go to Gillingham? We'll go to Gillingham. Oh no, we did go to Gillingham. We'll go to Gillingham again as Connolly for Accrington Stanley come down the right hand side, and Connolly are now. Let's have a look quickly as he passes it down the right. 62% possession to Gillingham, 4 shots, 1 on target. Accrington 38%, 2 shots, 1 on target. 1 on target each, so it's anyone to play for. Connolly, as we say, he had the ball for a long time because he got whacked, and he's just got up now from an injury. But Gillingham have the ball with Little on their left. And at the minute, Gillingham are just edging this one. Let's just have a quick look at the table. I have no idea where they are. Gillingham in first, just edging it against Accrington, who aren't out of it yet, and they're in 22nd with 7 points. So, yeah, I wouldn't bank on either. Both of them have had 1 shot on target, remember, so you wouldn't and Crawley have just equalised. You wouldn't bank on against any of them. Crawley have just equalised. It's now both teams, both well, I'm getting 2 games, and we've had 5 goals in those 2 games in League One. Absolutely. So there we are. I'm going to put a bit of a comment in. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get something from something from YouTube. Push me around a bit. We've done Barrow, Morecambe. We've done Let's go Port Vale away at Milton Keynes. And Port Vale are into box. Oh, we pass it backwards to Shorrock. Shorrock back again, gets it back. He does a quick 1-2. He's still in midfield. Cover on the right hand side. Deborah, is out for a throw into Port Vale. And it looks like Port Vale are actually on top, but they're not. There's 70% possession to Milton Keynes. 3 shots, all 3 on target. 30% to Port Vale. 2 shots, 1 on target. However, Port Vale at the minute, at this very minute in time, are on the attack. And Milton Keynes push it, but it's gone out for a gone for a Milton Keynes throw. Milton Keynes now on the left-hand side, Milton Keynes are coming forward. Milton Keynes can try and drive. Oh, they kick it down the left-hand side, and Kova grabs it and pushes it across the middle of the defence and midfield. And Port Vale can try and just keep it away from Milton Keynes, because they seem to be tackling quite well. And Gilby there does indeed intercept it and gives it to White, shoves it down the left-hand side, but Kova manages to kick it out, but only as far as Tomlinson. Tomlinson now for Milton Keynes. Oh, good interception there by Tolaj, but Maguire grabs it back for Milton Keynes, and Milton Keynes are pushing now as Curtis intercepts a long ball by Milton Keynes, passes it down the left-hand side, comes out to midfield. It was up down the right-hand side, but Maguire again, he's run all the way back and he's managed to intercept that one. And they seem to be cancelling each other out, these two sides, as Milton Keynes now goes down the centre, down the right, pass it to the right, back to the centre, back to to Evans in the middle. Gilby, and Gilby can try and drive forward down the middle of the pitch, and we have Kelly now in the middle. Down to the right to Nemain, and back to Tucker now. And Milton Keynes are certainly in the driving seat here, and I wouldn't be surprised if Milton Keynes are going to be the ones to break the deadlock here. It looks like Milton Keynes are going to be going away with the spoils unless Port Vale can pick up some sort of momentum. Stockley now. Surely Stockley can. No, he can't. He tries pushing it, but it comes back to him, and he passes it to Crowsdale. Crowsdale now back to the left-hand side for Shorrock. Shorrock keeps coming into it. Shorrock's doing quite well with it, looks of it. If you had to choose a Port Vale player, I'd be choosing Shorrock at the minute. Deborah on the right side. Loses it to Evans, and Milton Keynes drive forward again, and Milton Keynes seem to be the team to beat in that game. Certainly they do seem to be on top. We'll go through a few odds. We will go to the Salford City Grimsby game. That is 1-1. As Salford cross it into the box, and Cochrane kicks it sideways to Cass. Cass now trying to clears it, but only as far as the left wing to a Salford player who crosses it straight back in for Tame to try and clear up out of the goal. And what stats have we got so far? 41% to Salford, 59 to Grimsby. We had the goal on 1 minute for Barrington, on 15 for Stockton. So Salford actually sort of in the driving seat, but they've actually had to equalise to get back into the game. So Stockton now for Salford. Oh, pushes it through Tame. Tame's doing a really good job in that central midfield, central defence role. Curry for Grimsby. Grimsby now in the centre circle. And we will go into the odds in a minute, because I think we did have one person in. If you want to just say hi, I've got my other account on there watching away, my Mystic John channel. Do chat to Mystic John. He'll respond. He will, honest. I'll tell you. I know him. Janet, back to Hume. Hume goes up the left-hand side. Cochrane tries passing it back, but Ashley intercepts it, and it's now quite a bit of a push by Salford. Now, can they use it? He runs over the halfway line, through the centre circle, out the other side. He runs all the way to the box, and then Cochrane gets a clearance to McCochrane, and Negru. We're looking for Cheltenham 0. Swindon 2, and we shall just alter that one for me. There we are. So that's that. Now, for heaven's sake, Wimbledon now have now got a goal. Wimbledon have now got a second goal. So that's Wimbledon 2, Carlisle 0. We will go to the odds. As Doncaster finally gets its odds put up. Thank you. Right, okay, so in League One we have 11 to 8 11 to 8 favourites. Crawley Town 1, Shrewsbury Town 13 to 5 1. Draw, which is what they are at the minute, is 7 to 4. They're actually going. Yeah, they're actually going with a Crawley Town win. So the bookies are going with Crawley Town, and to be quite honest, that's quite surprising. In the case of Peterborough and Rotherham, they've actually, because it's Peterborough 1, Rotherham 2. Obviously, you tend to go with the winning side with the bookies. That's why, because a lot of people seem to think once you go ahead, most of the time you'll either win or draw. I wouldn't bank on it with Rotherham. 8 to 15 on for Rotherham, 11 to 2 against for Peterborough, and it's 3 to 1 for a draw. Now that's not bad, is it? 3 to 1 for a draw when Rotherham have only won once in 2 years away from home, and that was our last trip out, which was more luck than judgment. It was more luck than judgment. It was 2 absolutely dreadful teams. Cambridge 0, Rotherham 1, and we were absolutely garbage, but they were garbage as well. Into League 2, and it's AFC Wimbledon 2, Carlisle 0, and they're Wimbledon are 1 to 25, 25 to 1 on, 40 to 1 against Carlisle, and 12 to 1 against for a draw. And you know they can score, and you know that's pretty good odds if you believe that Carlisle can turn around a 2-goal deficit. Not usual, but you never know. Barrow 0, Morecambe 0, and it's 20 to, well, it's evens for Barrow. It's 4 to 1 against for Morecambe, 7 to 4 against for a draw. And we can say that's nothing in that one. So we've still got the Wimbledon one. Yeah, that's up there. Cheltenham 0, Swindon 2. Cheltenham 22 to 1 against. Now 12 to 1 on for Swindon. 17 to 2 against for a draw. And that's pretty good, isn't it? 8.5 to 1. That's pretty good, that. If anybody thinks Cheltenham can turn that round in the second half, with it being 42 minutes, who knows what the team talk's going to be. If you know your side, that draw odd sounds quite good. Doncaster, we've now got Doncaster Crewe. Doncaster 0, Crewe 0 odds in. It's evens for Doncaster, 7 to 4 against for a draw, 9 to 2 against for Crewe. They're not liking the thought of Crewe, and yet Crewe do seem to just be able to shove in a bit of a push now and again. They certainly weren't rolling over. Gillingham Accrington, and this is really one way. Gillingham 0, Accrington 0. Gillingham evens, a draw 8 to 5. So they're not actually putting away a draw. They're thinking a draw may actually come of that. What did we have? I've got another goal here. I'm just about to see. Yeah, we have another goal. It's at Accrington, and we will go to Accrington's odds when we've changed the. It's now Harrogate 1, Newport 0. Newport, they're getting being beaten by Harrogate, and Harrogate are now 1-0 up. There we are. We transitioned that. So Harrogate are 3 to 10 on to win now. Like I said, they've actually got 47% possession. Newport County 53%. But with their lesser possession, Harrogate have got 4 shots on target. 4 shots, 2 on target. Newport have had 1 shot, not on target. So that's why That's why with their extra possession, Newport aren't really doing anything. 3-10 on for the Harrogate, who are winning 1-0. 15-4 against for a draw. I can see why that is. And 10-1 against for Newport County. We just go to Milton Keynes, and Milton Keynes were really in the ascendancy here. 6-4 against for a Milton Keynes win, 6-4 against for a draw, and 11-4 against for a Port Vale win. Salford won, Grimsby won, which we know about. Salford 6-4. 8-5 for a draw, so they're really going for the draw, I think, and then 5-2 against for Grimsby. So it's basically a draw, Salford or Grimsby. And Tranmere 0, Bradford 1. Tranmere are 15-2 against, 3-1 against for a draw, and Bradford at the minute are 9-4 on. So that's our our odds gone through. So we'll just make sure that we're on time with all of those. Wimbledon 2, and we know about that one. Cheltenham 0, Swindon 2 is the next one, which just coming in there. And we have Harrogate 1, Newport 0 is the next one with a goal. Just make sure we've got them all on there for anybody who comes in. Yep. We know we've got Salford 1, Grimsby 1, because that... and have we got a goal? Yep, we have a goal as we say it. It's at Salford. What were we saying? Salford 1, Grimsby 1. We know the score because it was the first one to get a goal and the third one, I think, to get a goal. And it's... oh, God, what we got now? Salford 1, Grimsby 2. I'm going to put that in before we... hopefully that's... Oh, Jesus, help. I don't look at it now. We're going to go back and we're going to have a look at what's happened at Shrewsbury Town. And it's another goal at Peterborough, and it's gone to, drumroll please, it's Clark Harris that scored for Rotherham, and it's now, I don't believe it, it's Peterborough 1, Rotherham 3? Okay, I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming. Rotherham look like they're going to get, I can't say this, can I? 2 away wins in 2 years? Never. I wish somebody was online. It would be really, really funny saying that, wouldn't it? There was somebody online saying, "Oh my God!" Anybody want to? Oh, I'm gonna replay that one. That was quite a good. I like it when I do that. Doing. It's really good. I've actually got more than that. I have actually got 2, so I'm going to do another one because someone else also subscribed yesterday as well. That's another one. We'll give you 2. Rotherham got a yellow card. Wilkes, let's have a look at how many. Well, Dornley has got a yellow card. Walling's got a yellow card. 3 yellow cards in that game. Hey, stop it. I only clicked you twice. So, Lithuania 1, Kosovo 2. And it's half time at Peterborough, and it's now Peterborough 1, Rotherham 3 at Peterborough. It's 48 minutes at Crawley. Crawley are there we are. It's half time at Crawley. Let's make sure we've got it. It's Crawley 1, Shrewsbury Town 1. It's in that one, it's 61% possession to Crawley, and Crawley are really doing it here. Crawley are just, I mean, look at imagine they are actually together, aren't they? Crawley 21st and Shrewsbury 22nd, yeah. And yet, Crawley, possession-wise, are just flattening Shrewsbury, but they've also had 4 corners to 1. So I don't know how it's managing to stay Crawley 1, Shrewsbury 1. I did say 2-1. I estimated 2-1 to Crawley. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the final result, but we will await the Peterborough 1, Rotherham 3. It's only 8-1 on for Rotherham to win, which is actually weird because the draw is 15-2, 7.5-1 again. So it's weird, that one. So who else has finished for half time? Barrow Morecambe 0-0. That's half time. Cheltenham Swindon 2. Cheltenham 0, Swindon 2. That's half time. Doncaster 0. Crawley. Doncaster 0. Crewe 0. That's half time. Gillingham 0. Accrington 0. That's half time. Harrogate 1. Newport 0. That's half time. Milton Keynes 0. Port Vale 0, that's half time. The goal that's just gone in, Salford City 1, Grimsby 2, that's now half time. Sure, I put that one on. Tranmere 0, Bradford 1, that's now half time. I just want to make sure it does actually say Grimsby 2. I'm sure it does. Salford 1, Grimsby. Oh, no. I thought I'd put that one on. Salford 1. Oh, I've not transferred it. Silly me. There we are. Transfer it. I'll transfer the Rotherham 3 and the Grimsby 2 across. If people were on, you'd have been telling me, you've not put it on yet. Half time. Oh, not at Wimbledon. Hang on. That's another goal gone in, and it's in the only game that's still playing. It's Wimbledon 3, Carlisle 0. So Wimbledon now making sure that they're going to go away with the spoils, and it's I'll make sure I transition it this time. Wimbledon 3, Carlisle 0. Is that the only game that we're waiting for? That is the only game. Let's just nip into it, just because it's on 52 minutes now, and Carlisle have a goal kick. It's 25 seconds to go. 25 seconds to go. And it's Carlisle in with a goal kick. They'll be wanting to make sure they make amends at half time. I mean, they're not that far apart, are they? Wimbledon in 10th. Carlisle in 23rd. But they have got 7 points. You know, you would expect them to put up a little bit of a fight, as Lewis has it in defence. And we can build from the back. So look, yeah, we should be getting the half-time whistle any minute, as Harper gets it for Carlisle. Oh, kicks it in, crosses it in straight down the middle, but Wimbledon pass it to the left, kick it out. Mellish now for Carlisle, and it's half time and 3-0. So we're on half time. I'm just going to go be right back. Oh no, hang on. We're going to go. Oh crikey, scene. Be right back. I will pull that one up. I will take the webcam off, and we'll just see you in sort of about 5-6 minutes. We will be back to watch the second half, and hopefully 1 or 2 people will join me as well, because it's been a good first half. I do feel like watching the second half with you with nobody. Why not? I don't care. I don't care if nobody comes up. As long as I enjoy myself, I'm fine. I'll see you all in 5, 6, 7 minutes. Okay. Right, we had a blip there with my internet. My internet went totally Hawaii. Okay. Right, so we are back. We are back, and I've lost my. That was a pain in the arse. The internet suddenly went. I had to go back and reposition the internet. It was absolutely garbage. Hopefully we won't have that again. Cheltenham, it's now Cheltenham 0, Swindon 3. Swindon scored just as I realised the internet was going to play stupid buggers, and so let's change that. So Swindon are now 3-0 up. So we put that one on. When I'm finding it, we can then go back in to going through the games, and we will bring you any changes. So we'll transition that one. So we have got Cheltenham now in midfield. Kinsella down the right hand side. Cox breaks it up, kicks it out, and it's Cheltenham throw right by the on their right hand side. Oh, short to Kinsella Kinsella loses it to Cox, who kicks it back out, and it's another throw into Cheltenham right by the box, right by the corner flag. And Cheltenham can now try and build from the right hand side. Pushing it in. Can they throw? Are they going to throw it short or long? What do we reckon? They show it short to Thomas, but then it gets kicked out. He just doesn't pass it right, and it goes for a Swindon throw in exactly the same place by the corner flag there. So Swindon looking like they're well in control of that game. And we've got another goal at Peterborough, and it's not over till the fat lady sings. It's now, as that tells me it's just happened. Peterborough 2, Rotherham 3. So there we are, Peterborough 2, Rotherham 3. I'll put that one in. We saw that one. We know that one. Gillingham Accrington. Now we've got a goal at Gillingham Accrington. We said that Gillingham were in the ascendancy in that one, and Gillingham have now indeed managed to score. So it's now Gillingham 1. Gillingham 1, Accrington 0. If I can grab the score there. And Gillingham, we'll go into that one just to see who scored. Find it. Gillingham, 51 minutes and 37 seconds. And we've just had a goal from a little scored for Gillingham on 49 minutes, so not far after the half time. Knowles now for Accrington. Oh, and he kicks it across, and Batty has a shot. Oh, and it's just off. It's on target. Bounces back out straight to Batty, who then has a second bite at the cherry, and he kicks it out. And it's a goal kick to Gillingham, and he had 2 shots on target there. One bounced straight back out to him. He has another shot at it, but no, it goes out. And Accrington are certainly not out of the woods. At the minute, it's 60% possession to Gillingham, 40 to Accrington. But I tell you what, 6 shots to Gillingham, 2 on target, 1 goal. 8 shots to Accrington, 5 on target, no goals. And what's just happened there? It's now Peterborough 3, Rotherham 3, and Rotherham are capitulating. What did we think to that, eh? We thought we might get away with a second win away from home in 2 years. Perhaps not. It's Peterborough 3, Rotherham 3. Let's go into that one. Let's have a look at the stats. It's 76% possession to Peterborough, 24 to Rotherham. 11 shots to Peterborough, 5 on target, 3 goals. Rotherham 24% possession, 5 shots, 4 on target, 3 goals. The goals are being shot are going in, but the defences seem to be quite poor. And Rotherham don't seem to want to actually keep the ball in the first place. So 3-3 at Peterborough. It's now 7-4 against Peterborough win. It's 12-5 against Rotherham, so it's they're more likely to be a draw, 6-4. Then it's Peterborough at 7-4, and then it's Rotherham at 12-5 as Randall goes down the middle for Peterborough. Peterborough now attacking down the middle. A little to right to Fernandez. Poku crosses, but it's Nombe in defence. My God, Nombe is trying to run his way through the defence and gets taken out by Fernandez, and Fernandez can try and play, but he passes it only as far as Tehi. Grant Powell Sparks intercepts that and runs back with it into midfield where he knows he can take control of the game. And we have for heaven's sake, another goal. We can't have another goal. No, Powell. Bundesliga, Luxembourg. I don't want to watch Luxembourg. We can watch Luxembourg. I don't want to watch that one. Emmanuel Fernandez scored the third for Peterborough. Joe Rafferty own goal for Peterborough for their third, for the second goal. So that's not good. We've scored. We've now scored 4 goals and we're drawing 3-3. As Rafferty has it in the defence for the defensive area for Rotherham. And it's not looking too good for the Mighty Millers. It's looking quite dismal, in fact. So we'll come out of that one because they're not doing very well. 24% possession. Crawley Town have a red card. So it's Crawley 1, Shrewsbury 1, but Crawley have a red card. Let's see where that one has come in. If we tell us, no, not yet. It's only just happened. Literally seconds ago, a red card to Crawley Town. We'll just wait a minute because it doesn't seem to. It's not telling us where in the pit on the pitch it is. Lineups. Will it tell us on the lineups? Nope, not yet. So we'll come back to that. Oh yeah, it's Flint. It must be a second yellow for Flint. 53 minutes and 56 minutes. 53-minute yellow card, 56-minute red card for Flint. And Flint, that's a defensive. You don't really want holes in your defence when you're Crawley Town near the bottom of the league. So that's not going to be very good. Shrewsbury in attack. Feely Malarkey grabs it in defence for Crawley, and Crawley can try and build back again from the back. But that's not going to be very good. Shrewsbury Town can always make something of one man less on the pitch. I think they're quite good at it. But we know from our last game against Reading that 10 men are usually quite difficult to play against, aren't they? I mean, 10 men tend to get together and bond more. So there's another goal at Wimbledon, and yes, it's gone the same way. And I think Carlisle are just going to try and hope for the best and that they don't let too many in. I'll get rid of the extra O. It's now Wimbledon 0, Wimbledon 4, Carlisle 0, and Wimbledon have scored again. Wimbledon are the first team, I think, to make sure that they win today. It's Cheltenham 0, Swindon 3, and Swindon are, I think, in the driving seat there. I don't think that Cheltenham were not too bad. Even at 2-0 down, they were still attacking. And it's sort of 50-50 on possession. It's just that Cheltenham have had 5 shots, none on target. Swindon have had 9 shots, 6 on target, 3 goals. So it's just a case of getting it's just the age-old additive, isn't it? If you get them on target, you might actually win. If you don't get them on target, you ain't going to win. What's the red card done for Crawley Town? It's really knocked them for 6 on the odds. It's 9-2 against Crawley. It's 11-8 against Shrewsbury. So they're sort of almost evens for a draw or Shrewsbury Town. They're not quite sure that Shrewsbury can actually get that winning goal, to be honest, with the looks of it, with the bookies. Rotherham were sort of evens to come out on top here, but when they were 3-1 up, obviously. It's 15-8 for Peterborough. Just under 2-1. It's 2.5-1, 5-2 against Rotherham, and it's 13-10 for a draw. Let's go. Oh, there's been a goal at Gillingham. And it's gone to Accrington. And Accrington have suddenly decided that they ain't going to lay down and give this one up. I didn't think they would do. They were sort of just getting into. They were pushing it down that left-hand side, I think it was, and they did look like they might just be able to pull one back at some point. They have done. It's now 1-1. So it's Gillingham 1, Accrington 1. Make sure I put it across. It's Peterborough 3, Rotherham 3, Wimbledon 4, Carlisle 0. It's Barrow 0, Morecambe 0, and we're going to go to that one. We're going to go to Barrow Morecambe. So Barrow give it away there in the Morecambe area. And Morecambe can try and just pass it down the right, but give it straight back to Spence for Barrow. Barrow now on the left-hand side. We may, is anybody actually wanting to speak? So if you don't, then I think I might just be on my 2 computers. Actually, it doesn't look like there's anybody on. If anybody is on, then give me a mention of who you support. Hendry passes it down the right to into the corner, but Stokes eventually gets it for Barrow in the box, and Barrow runs down into the corner and gives it to Jackson, and Jackson is being challenged by Morecambe, I think, and it's a yellow card for that challenge for Morecambe. So neither team are letting the other one stay on the ball very long, and it's a very League Two type thing. It looks like one guy gets the ball, keeps it for too long, and you get three defenders or attackers from the opponent's teams will descend upon you. So it's a typical League Two encounter. I think the Barrow Morecambe one. Will it get a goal? It doesn't look like it at the minute, but we shall see. And Crawley, 10... What did I say? It's often difficult to play against 10 men. Crawley Town 2, 10-man Crawley Town 2, Shrewsbury Town, 11 men, 1. And Crawley are now in the lead. Peterborough 3, Rotherham 3, with Peterborough having 75% possession there, and Peterborough are well in the driving seat. Wimbledon 4, Carlisle 0. And I said Barrow Morecambe we just been to. There doesn't seem it's really odds on for a draw there. Don't know what that was. And Cheltenham have just scored against Swindon. And we were saying Swindon look like they're off and gone, but Cheltenham have just scored. We'll put that one in there. It's Cheltenham 1, Swindon 3. They're not going to go down without a fight. So Cheltenham now. 3-1. It's 3-1 to Swindon. Huh? Doncaster, Crewe. And we have a goal at Doncaster. I'm sure we didn't have that one before. And it's not gone the way I thought it might do. It's now Doncaster 0. You get up to there. Crewe 1. Crewe Alexander are now in the lead. What else do we have? We have still Tranmere. We'll go to Tranmere. We've not been to Tranmere for a while, have we? Tranmere 0, Bradford 1. And Tranmere have a throw-in right in the attacking area. Patrick, got to the right hand side, and they crossed it straight to the other side. Gets kicked out, and it's Tranmere throw-in, really in a quite dangerous position. Tranmere 0, Bradford 1. And at the minute, Tranmere is slightly in the ascendancy. It's short to Norman, crosses it, but Walker can try and clear that one. And Bradford City just living on the edge at the minute. They're trying to just stay ahead and keep that gut ball from going in the net. They're only 1-0 up, and they're not quite in the ascendancy at the minute. At the minute, they're just a little bit behind. So, but they're still ahead on the on goals. So that's all that matters to them, I think. We went to that one. 1-1 at Gillingham. Yes, that is a different, isn't it? That wasn't where it was before, is it? Oh, yeah, it was Gillingham 1, Accrington 1. They equalised, didn't they? Harrogate 1, Newport 0. Let's go Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes are making a substitution. So what have we had so far since coming back? Milton Keynes have taken White off and put Hogan on. That was on 59. They're just making another substitution. Don't know what that one is yet. Port Vale are now making a substitution as well. So that might kick this game into a sort of restart. At least my live seems to be working now, which it wasn't a minute ago. Milton Keynes kick it forward, but Ripley grabs that for Port Vale, kicks it straight back, and Kelly gets it for Milton Keynes. A couple of kicks and back to Kelly. 1-2 to Kelly. He pushes it to Evans in midfield. Goes across halfway down to the right hand side for Naman. Kelly, Gilby. They're trying to build around that, trying to get it into the attacking area, but just back to midfield again with Tucker. And they just don't seem to be able to get any further than sort of 60-70% up the pitch. I must admit that their 60% possession for Milton Keynes is not actually paying that much benefit to them. They don't seem to be really running the roost or anything like that. So at the minute, it doesn't look like it's going to be much different. Let's go to the Crewe game. Doncaster Crewe. As Doncaster have another shot, but it's off target. 71 minutes down at Doncaster, and it's Doncaster 0, Crewe 1. Goal kick, will it? No. Yep, goal kick. Kick it out, and it goes straight to a Doncaster player. Sharp loses it, but it gets received back by Doncaster. Push it forward, get kicked out for a Doncaster throw in halfway through the Crewe end. Let's just see how this one goes. Short to Bailey, who loses it to Crewe, and Crewe can try and build up from the centre of their own half. And Lunt Now in for Crewe. Crewe don't seem to be too fussed. They're quite slow, quite steady. Let's go to the Rotherham game. Seeing as nobody's here, we'll go to the Rotherham game. Injury for Sparks for Peterborough. Let's see if we've got any more play than 25%. No, we're still on 24%. 24%, 5 shots, 4 on target, 3 goals. Peterborough, 13 shots on target with 76% possession. Pretty good. 6 on target, 3 goals. So, yeah, pretty good. They've had, I think they've actually had 3 shots in that case, because I don't think they were that high when I last looked a few minutes ago. Shots on target, Fernandez 2 for Peterborough, 1 for Sparks, 1 for Donnelly, and 1 for Mothershill. Rotherham, 1 for Grant, 1 for Wilkes, 1 for Clark Harris, and 1 for Nombe. So we're not looking too good as a Rotherham team. Crawley are, that's actually quite an intro. I wonder if they show us the Crawley 2-1 up. Let's have a look at the table. I don't know whether it shows you an upgraded table. No, I don't think. Oh yeah, it does, because Crawley are now 21st with 8 points. And they are just 2 goals behind pulling Northampton back into the relegation zone and putting Cambridge, Burton, Shrewsbury and Northampton in the bottom 4. So, yep, they... I mean, okay, whoa, and what's happened there? Something's happened, because Crawley... No, it's updated it. Yeah, Crawley are now 19th on 10 points. It has actually updated. It's only just updated it. So Crawley, 10 points, 19th, minus 7 goal difference. The bottom 4 are now Cambridge, Burton, Shrewsbury and Northampton. Shrewsbury are now 22nd on 5 points, 3 points behind both Northampton and Leyton Orient. And you really do feel for people if at this it just makes it a bit bad if at this game, this state of the proceedings, you get left behind in the bottom 4. Like I said in my new prediction recently for League One, it's I didn't want to put a bottom 4 because it's unfair on the fans. It's unfair on people to think that oh yeah, these 4 are definitely going down. I know from the last, every time we're in the Championship, it's a bit naff when you're when everybody's saying you are going down, and you do, because you're at the bottom. It's now Crawley 2, Shrewsbury 2, and we have a goal in League One again, and it's 2-2. Crawley, 10-man Crawley 2, Shrewsbury 2, Peterborough 3, Rotherham 3, and Peterborough have got 76% possession in that one. Absolutely amazing. Let's go to Wimbledon, because Wimbledon they're still 4-0 up, and they don't seem to be sort of like Carlisle have 62% possession, but they've only had 1 shot on target. Wimbledon have 38% possession, 39 attacks, 11 shots, 4 on target, 4 goals. I mean, wow. Wimbledon are certainly making the most of their possession, and that's the difference between the two sides, isn't it? It really is. Carlisle should be winning that one, and they should be winning it handsomely, but they're not. Lewis for Carlisle. Let's just follow this attack for Carlisle, see what happens. Lavery, let's see, Laville, they're playing it along defence. Okay, I get that. Oh, into Mellish up the left hand side. Loses it, but then he get it back to Harper. He loses it to Bughill. Bughill kicks it out, but only it gets to Neil eventually. Neil Charters. What can Charters do? Pull it back to Lavelle. up to the left, the right hand side now with Barkley. We will stay with this while they attack. Guy, Robinson, Barkley. You see, Carlisle are definitely keeping the possession. They're playing well. It's just they can't get one on target. Neil. It's 10-3 against the fifth goal being Carlisle. It's almost 2-1 against. It's lost like 3 and a bit to 1 against Carlisle. Scoring next. It's 2-1 against Wimbledon. Scoring next. And it's evens for no score at all. So they really don't know, do they? As Guy gets it, Mellish, Neil still with Carlisle. They kick it in and Harbottle kicks it out, but only as far as Bartley. Bartley has a shot, and guess what? It's off target. So that is the story of the day at Wimbledon. Carlisle do keep the ball quite well, and they are getting it into the sort of into the home end, but just not managing to get a shot on target, and it's not looking good there. It's also not looking good for Rotherham. They're still on. Well, they've gone from 24% possession to 25%, so it's pretty naff. So look at any timelines. We took Bramall off, took Wilkes off and put Bramall on. Okay, I'm not quite sure about that. Must be an injury. And it's now Crawley Town 2, Shrewsbury 3, and Shrewsbury are now starting to use that extra man, and that's Crawley really didn't need to lose a defender. 10 men, and they were actually playing better with 10 men, to be quite honest, but as usually happens, it's still Barrow 0, Morecambe 0. We've just looked at Wimbledon 4, Carlisle 0, Cheltenham 1, Swindon 3. Let's have a quick look at what we've got on. Cheltenham 1, Barrow 0, Morecambe 0, Cheltenham 1, Swindon 3. It's now Doncaster 1, Crewe 1, and they didn't look like they were going to do that, but they have actually equalised. Gillingham 1, Accrington have equalised 1, Harrogate 1, Newport 0, Milton Keynes 0, Port Vale 1, and Port Vale have managed to edge into the lead on that one. So Milton Keynes 0, Port Vale 1, Salford 1, Grimsby 2, and Tranmere 0, Bradford another goal 2. So we've had a couple of goals there. So let's just do that. Let's give you all the new scores. And we are, because this is it's only me actually on, so yeah, I probably go 78 minutes. Let's go another 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll call it a day. I have got some time with it from it anyway, so that's okay. We've had a couple of people officially on it, but nobody that we don't know. So because we haven't got anybody that we don't know, and outside supporters out there, we'll probably call it a day in a couple of minutes. We'll go to my game then. Rotherham 3-3 as they kick it out, and it's a Peterborough throw-in. But Peterborough having a substitution. They're going to try and make the most of this 75% possession, and who wouldn't blame them? 76% possession again. Oh God. Yeah. We are. Let's see where they are in the league. I'm not quite sure where we are in the league. We're probably pretty shit at the minute. We're 15th, but teams like Reading, 1 point below, have had 2 games less. So if we were to win, we could actually go, where were we on 16? We were on -1 and 16 now. We'd only be 9th anyway. But we're 15th at the minute. Peterborough are 12th. They'd be on 17 and -1, which would put them into 6th place. Stockport would be knocked out of the top 6. So it is actually quite interesting when you look at the games and the the Peterborough Rotherham. Although it's heavily Peterborough, they should be out and gone by now. I mean, Poku is joint top scorer. Well, no, he's not now. And Poku actually has scored, hasn't he? I'm sure Poku's scored, which would put him top scorer. He was joint top scorer before this game. Oh no, Fernandez, Rafferty own goal, and it wasn't in the first door. Who scored in the first half? Donnelly. So no, he's still joint top scorer. They're right in the Rotherham box and kick it out to the right hand side. Ajiboye crosses it and Tehi gets to the ball first and tries to kick it out, but he's not very clean with it. Is it a corner? I think he's just kicked it out for a corner. And we're on 80 minutes. We go to the timeline. Rotherham have taken Nombe off and put Holmes on. Holmes on. And Ajiboye has come on for Donnelly for Peterborough. So Rotherham made 45 minutes. We took Clark Harris off and put Hugill on. Ouch. Didn't work. Why did you do that? Humphreys kicks it forward. Ajiboye kicks it back out. Rotherham kick it forward, but it's offside for Rotherham. 81 minutes 32. I think at the minute, we'd be happy to get away with a draw. This hasn't been a good game for Rotherham. As Fernandez gets it, Brady crosses it to Brady on the left from the right. Down to Fernandez on the right. They just seem to be able to get it from left to right really easy. Poku, Fernandez, back into the midfield, across to the left for somebody, and then Randall, Brady. Fernandez on the right hand side. They're bringing Fernandez in on the right, far too off easily. Mothersill now on the right hand side. Back to Brady. Rotherham just don't seem to be tackling at all. Fernandez up to Walling on the left. Randall on the left. Randall moves to the middle. Trying to find an easy way through the Rotherham defence, and Brady kicks it to the right hand side forward, and James now can gather it for Rotherham. James, Hugill. Pass it forward, but Sparks intercepts that one. Tries kicking it sideways, but Christ eventually gets it for Rotherham. Back to Rafferty. Holmes. Back to Rafferty. Humphreys, Grant now for Rotherham. McCart there, nearly lost it. Bramall now to James on the left hand side for Rotherham. Rotherham are actually putting 1 or 2 passes together now, which is nice to see. As Bramall, we'll see. We'll just wait and see whether they do anything with this possession. McCart passes it forward, but Sparks passes it back to Steer for Peterborough, and Peterborough are. Probably, back to Fernandez. They're using Fernandez every bloody time. We need to put somebody on Fernandez. Back to Fernandez, right? Yay. Fernandez is being used as the centre pin, and I think anybody who plays Peterborough, just put 2 men on Fernandez, because at the minute that's their entire team. Walling, Fernandez. Haviland. Fernandez. Oh, I'm getting sick of this. Come on, steer. Somebody tackle the buggers. Walling. Walling on the left. Haviland in sort of like middle. And Fernandez on the right hand side. And it's just a nice triangle. Completely triangular passing. It's what we call back to basics, I suppose. As they try threading it down the right, but James intercepts that one timely and kicks it forward, but only as far as Haviland. And back to steer. If I was a Rotherham fan there, I'd be sort of thinking, how long are we going to be drawing? And it's now Cheltenham. Barrow. Oh, we've got a goal at Barrow. Let's put all these on. I'm going to put these on and I'm going to go, I think. So we have Barrow 0, Morecambe 1. And, that's Barrow 0, Morecambe 1. We have Cheltenham 2, Swindon 3. Can Cheltenham come back, eh? We have Doncaster 1, Crewe 1, Gillingham 1, Accrington 1, Harrogate 1, Newport 0, MK Dons 0, Port Vale 1, Salford 1, Grimsby 2, that was one of the earlier ones, and Tranmere 0, Bradford 3. I put that in there. Anybody that watches this later on, then I hope you do like and subscribe. We're going to go to anybody in. Tell me who you support. It's got 4 in at the minute, and nobody actually speaking to me. But anyway, we'll go to. Let's go to the top one actually. Crawley 2, Shrewsbury 4. So Shrewsbury have got another one just as we go in. So now 10-man Crawley 2, Shrewsbury Town 4. Let's just put that in here because Shrewsbury must be thinking the same as Rotherham. Oh, we've done it now. The stats are 56% possession to Crawley still, 10 men, and they're still actually ruling this as far as the gameplay is concerned. They are actually, as we wait the restart, because it really has just gone in. Let's look at the timeline. Yeah, it really has just gone in. It's literally seconds ago. It's classed as 86 minutes, and it's actually 86 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. So, here we are. Yep, centre circle. Swan kicks off for Crawley, and down the left-hand side with McKenna. Anderson now back to Malarkey. Across the right-hand side for Barker. Williams in the middle. Just trying to do the usual probing. Benning kicks it in and gets it back and kicks it to Rossiter this time. Junior for Shrewsbury, and he's passing it close to the box, but Barker intercepts that one and kicks it out, and it's a Shrewsbury throw-in. Pretty dangerous. Will he throw it long? We'll wait and see if he throws it long or if he throws it short, but Shrewsbury Town now with a throw-in near the Crawley box. And then we'll just nip down to the Rotherham one, and then we'll nip 1 or 2 League 2 games. Barker for Crawley. 10-man Crawley, kick it out, get it back straight away, and it goes out for a Crawley goal kick. So Crawley they are trying 1 or 2 things, but they don't seem to be getting anywhere with it. Crawley are now 400 to 1 against winning that one. 88 minutes just popping up. 88 minutes already at Peterborough's. The stats are just horrific. 76% possession to Peterborough, 13 shots, 6 on target, 3 goals, 24% to Rotherham, but 9 shots, 5 on target, 3 goals is a pretty good ratio, but 24% possession, come on guys. I did mean to have a quick look at the actual game, so let's have a look at the game. Peterborough having another substitution. We had a substitution just a minute ago, didn't we? So who was that? that was not. That was the Nombe off, wasn't it? So 45, 35. Yeah, Nombe came off for Jack Holmes. So we're trying to pull back to midfield. 79 minutes, Dornley came off for Peterborough. For Ajiboye. So that's that. So that's the two. That's the three substitutions. One to Peterborough. Well, it was 2-0. Rather than having another substitution now. So we're going to try and win this game. With the looks of it, they're going to have a go. But with 24% possession, you've really got to be trying something bloody different, Evans. We'll come back to 89 minutes and 50 seconds. I can't believe that. Let's see how long they've got in extra time. Be showing me up soon. Literally. So we're going into 90 minutes, and it should tell us after this substitution sign gets removed. There's Rotherham lose it in their half to Ajiboye. But Powell grabs it back and gives it straight back to Haviland. The Haviland, and it's Fernandez, hasn't it? That's been Fernandez every time. Injury time. 5 minutes injury time. Got another 4.5 minutes at Peterborough. As Sparks runs down the left-hand side just as I come out. So we might get another bing soon to say that they've scored a winner. Don't want it to be. Barrow 0, Morecambe 1. Let's have a look at that one. That's Barrow 0, Morecambe 1. Barrow Morecambe just took it down a Barrow player on Barrow's left and got a yellow card. It's 67% possession to Barrow, and yet Morecambe are conceivably actually finding it quite easy, which is quite strange because you'd have thought Barrow, being in third position, would be able to come back with. I mean, Morecambe, where Morecambe are at the bottom of the league, and yet they're winning 1-0 at Barrow. Barrow have more possession. It doesn't make sense because Morecambe don't actually look too out of it. 5 minutes extra time there as well. And indeed the shots, 9 shots to Barrow, 4 on target, 7 shots to Morecambe, 3 on target. The XG for Morecambe is 0.85, XG for Barrow 0.29. So it does look like Morecambe are certainly more in the driving seat than Barrow. So at the minute, Barrow are bloody hell, another goal at Crawley. And now it's Crawley Town 2, Shrewsbury 5. So Shrewsbury now really trying to make the most of it. They're trying to make the most of being one man up, aren't they? Boy, are they doing it. So we have a seventh goal in that fixture. And if you think about it, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 goals in 2 matches. 13 goals in 2 matches. My God. Oh, dear Lord. So Rotherham aren't going to win their second away game in 2 years. They were 3-1 up with 24% possession. They're now 3-3. They made a couple of substitutions to try and get something out of it, but oh boy, look at this game. This is another game that's taking off. Cheltenham 2, Swindon 3. And are we going to see a late flurry? Because that's getting quite close now. Oh, look at that one. It was 2-3 on the ticker. It's 92 minutes of 95. Kilkenny for Swindon. McGregor passing it forward. They're only got 24% possession, a bit like Rotherham. They cross it, but then it goes out and it's a Cheltenham throw-in. And this is one of those cases where it's the 76% possession Cheltenham 2, 24% possession Swindon 3, as Cheltenham run straight down the middle. Great kick out by the goalkeeper, and they couldn't find the way to pass it back. Try a little bit of a high kick forward that gets passed back again. Bradbury, Sonner, Miller in the left-hand corner for Cheltenham. Back to Archer. Cross it, Young off target, and Barden has it back in the goal. So Cheltenham are certainly pushing for that. Must give everybody the scores. Cheltenham are certainly pushing for that extra goal. Still Gillingham 1, Stanley 2. Stanley. So Gillingham 1, Accrington Stanley 2. We want to have a quick look at that one. Gillingham 1, Accrington Stanley 2. I'm trying to see 60-40 to Gillingham, but Accrington Stanley are the ones in the lead. So they've managed to get in the lead there. We'll put that in there. So Accrington Stanley have taken the lead against the run of play. And actually, at the minute, at this very precise time with Coyle on the right-hand side, they seem to just be trying to kill the game off. In fact, they are going to kill the game off next. With 95 minutes of 96 done, they're making a substitution. We ain't going to let this one go. And the Accrington Stanley team, the manager is obviously thinking, there's no way with 40 seconds left, I'm letting this one be a draw. And good on him. He's actually going to make a substitution to try and make sure it isn't. And Rotherham's game has now finished. It's Peterborough 3, Rotherham 3. Crawley, oh my God, another goal at Crawley. And it's actually Crawley, 10-man Crawley. So it's Crawley 3, Peterborough 5. Crawley 3, Peterborough 5. That makes, oh my God, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 goals in League One in 2 games. 14 goals in 2 games. And that is just ridiculous, isn't it? So, 4-0 at Carlisle. Wimbledon Carlisle. Barrow 0, Morecambe 1. I'll just have a quick scan and we shall go because there's only me here. So we have Crawley 3, Crawley 3, Peterborough 5. A finished game, Crawley 3, Shrewsbury 5. Peterborough 3, Rotherham 3 is a final result. Wimbledon 4, Carlisle 0. Barrow 0, Morecambe 1. Cheltenham 2, Swindon 3. And I want to see the other. Results. So we shall go through them because I think we're all starting to see them come through. Let's go back to the scores, and we shall go through them before we say goodbye. And please do like and subscribe. If you're watching it on replay, then again, please do like and subscribe. I had the internet problem at the beginning, but we all have little internet hazards like that to deal with. So we have finished at Rotherham, where it finished Peterborough 3, Rotherham 3. At the moment, it is about to finish at Crawley. Literally 20 seconds over the 8 minutes as Crawley get a yellow card, and it's Crawley 3, Shrewsbury 5. So we go into League 2, and it's Wimbledon 4, Carlisle 0. Still playing. Barrow 0, Morecambe 1. Cheltenham 2, Swindon 3. That's finished. Doncaster 1, Crewe 1 is finished. Gillingham 1, Accrington 2 has now finished. Harrogate 1, Newport 0 has finished. Port Vale, Milton Keynes 0, Port Vale 1 has finished. Salford 1, Grimsby 2 has just finished. And the last game to be finished is Tranmere Rovers 0, Bradford City 2. So I shall just transfer that. Say thank you very much. Anybody who's watching, please do like and subscribe. I'll see you at the next watch along. I will have more people in there because there'll have more games. And the Championship will be running as well as League One.